Due to COVID-19, we have modified our rental procedures. The good news is that it is easy to maintain 6 feet of clearance while kayaking and paddleboarding.
When you get here, call us before you enter the rental area. This helps us help you get sanitized equipment while maintaining safe distance.
On the water, it's not required to wear a mask, but while gathering your gear, avoid approaching others closer than 6 feet. Otherwise, wear a mask where necessary.
Equipment is sanitized after each use. 70% alcohol and sanitizers are available.
We have always been known for providing fast rentals with no reservations, but due to high demand, we can still get you on the water fast if you use our new online signups.
To do this, every paddler must sign up individually and watch the videos. Be sure that all minors added to your reservation also watch the videos closely.
If you don't want to bring your phone, send your confirmation to another paddler to show us. This will help you to avoid very long lines.
During COVID-19, holiday weekends, and heat waves, wait times may be much longer, even for those with reservations.
There is no deposit required. Only one person from your group may approach the hut for payment. Thank you. Now stay tuned for our safety video, and please watch closely.
For stand-up paddling, we have a Speed Pass membership. Member price is just $16 an hour and only $10 an hour for early birds. Members get boards without waiting in line. Non-member price is $25 and includes free instruction and a full hour on the water. If you don't need instruction, that means you already know how to paddle. Just show us and you're off on your own.
If you've paddled less than 4 times, spend a few minutes on the simulators and you'll paddle like a pro.
The simulators have the same stability as boards on the water.
Charges don't start until your board hits the water.
After we see that you can safely control your board, we'll give you a sign-off card. And on your next visit, you can enroll into the Speed Pass system. Enrollment instructions are on the card.
Once you're in the system, you don't need a card, but you do need the card one time to get into the system. If you think you may lose the card, take a picture of the back.
We appreciate your patience, and we promise to make it worth your time.
If some in your group want a kayak and some want to paddle, let us know so you can launch at the same time. All participants must know how to swim and must be in good physical condition, as stand-up paddling can be strenuous, especially on windy days. There is a weight limit. Overloading the board could risk your safety and others.
If you're ready, get everyone in your group together, and let's get started!
If you already know how to paddle, just show us. If you don't know how to paddle, let us teach you. And if you kind of know how to paddle, let us tune you up. In any case, we will make it quick, safe, easy, and fun.
So let's get started. New paddlers will rehearse on land before we hit the water. To select your paddle, put your arm straight up. The handle should be near your wrist. Find the sweet spot, which is close to this handle opening. Paddle on your knees when leaving and returning to the beach. Place your knees on the sweet spot, which is where you will place your feet when you stand up. The paddle blade is always forward, like this. When on your knees, hold the paddle kind of like a guitar. Then make a strong triangle like this. To go straight, drive the paddle straight up and down and parallel to the board while maintaining the triangle. Stop by bracing the shaft against your body. Stop on both sides or the board will turn. To make a turn when paddling on your knees, move your upper hand to the top of the handle. For an efficient sharp turn, make a wide reverse sweep by placing the paddle from the back of the board and making a rainbow all of the way to the nose. Make slight forward turns by placing the blade at the nose and push the water away from your board at an adjacent angle. Return to the modified hold when paddling on your knees. To switch sides, bring the top hand to where the lower hand was while moving the paddle to the other side of the board. When you're ready to stand up, paddle a couple of strokes to get forward momentum. Place the paddle perpendicular on your board. Put your feet one at a time where your knees were and slowly stand up. Keep your knees slightly bent for comfort and to absorb small waves and chop. Make a triangle from your hand positions to your body. Imagine your arms paddling as a single unit. Keep the upper arm straight and drive down with the upper arm. When the paddle contacts the water correctly, it helps to support you. Notice where the paddle enters the water and how it exits when it gets back to your feet. This is a reverse sweep. This is a forward sweep. The reverse sweep is more efficient than the forward sweep. And this is a slight turn by paddling away from the board at an adjacent angle. Here is a slight turn by dragging the paddle. For safety, We'll practice a quick drop and stop, which can prevent a fall. If you're experienced and don't need further instruction, just do the following demonstration for us. Paddle out, turn, paddle toward the beach, drop, and stop. Now here are some quick tips and rules of the road. If needed, use the paddle like a tripod for stability when you first stand up. When standing, your top hand is on the handle, arms forming a wide triangle. When on your knees, going forward or stopping, your hands are in the center, forming a wide triangle. When on your knees, the only time your hand is on the handle is while turning. Then go back to the center triangle to continue on your knees. Your strength comes from using your body like a lever as you maintain that triangle. If you feel like you may fall, getting down low or to your knees is the best prevention. If you can't stop a fall, let go of your paddle and fall away from hard objects. After a fall, ignore the paddle and get back on the board. Paddle with your hands to retrieve your paddle. You can get back onto the board from the water easier when the paddle is not in your hand by reaching across the middle of the board and pulling yourself up horizontally with the board, or by straddling the tail and pulling yourself forward. Paddlers must know how to swim and be in good physical health. Always wear your life jacket. This type is the safest because it will support you even if you become unconscious. We also have a comfortable lightweight option, which is not as safe. It requires pulling the handle to inflate. Stay at least 6 feet away from hard objects like boats, docks, and watercraft. Avoid docks, but if you must paddle to a public dock, get on your knees 15 feet away and paddle on your knees up to the dock. Launch from a dock on your knees and paddle 15 feet away before standing up. Do not use private docks unless it is an absolute emergency. Do not use any cement stairs or you may slip, fall, and die. Get out of the way of boats and do not hold on to boats that are docked or moving. The Naples canals are one-way traffic, counterclockwise. Avoid the Naples canals during high traffic, like holidays or heat waves. There is absolutely no paddling after use of any drugs or alcohol. It's best not to paddle when it's windy. When there's too much wind, paddle on your knees. Do not go into the ocean. Avoid the middle of the channel and stay to the right whenever possible. So once you have demonstrated safe technique, we will certify you to enroll into the Speed Pass system for discount rentals and no waiting in line.